Guys, this is my Mac M4 Mini and today I will show you how to set it up. So here you can see it's going to say hello in a lot of different languages, but on the bottom here you will find an arrow. Click on that and you will now be asked to select your preferred language. So here you can see English is here by default and that is what I am going to go with. So now that you've selected your language, you'll also be asked to select your region. If you want, you can just scroll through these countries and select your region. After that, click on continue. Now it will also give you a summary of your preferred languages. So preferred languages is United States English, input sources is US, and dictation is also English United States. Now click on continue. You'll also be able to adapt your Mac with let's just say vision impairment, motor impairment, hearing and cognitive impairment. So I will not be going through it now. If you want, you can just click on any of these and get started with that. Click on not now. And after that, you will be asked to select your Wi-Fi network. So all the Wi-Fi networks that are currently available around me are in this list. So let's just select one of these Wi-Fi networks. Once you've put in the password, click on continue. And on the bottom, on the left, you can see that it is connecting. So here you can see data and privacy section has also come up, which is this icon appears when Apple feature asks you for your personal information. So again, it will say you won't see this with every feature. Let's just click on continue after that. And if you're migrating from a Windows PC or another Mac PC, you can select either of these. If you have backed up on Time Machine, you can use that, or you can just say Windows PC. I am going to just say not now. Once you've done that, you want to now sign in to your Apple account. So type in your email or your phone number. After you've typed in your email account, click on continue. And now you will also be asked to put in the password. Once you've put in your password, click on continue. After putting in your password, you will be asked to put in your verification code. So in my case, I will be using my MacBook. So let me open it up. On my MacBook, it will say your device is being used to sign into a new device. So I will allow it and then it will give you a code. Now you can get this code from any Mac OS with Sierra or also iOS 10 and above. After successfully signing in, you will be asked to agree to the terms and conditions. Do make sure you read them before clicking OK. I have read them and I will click on agree. And here you can see it is now going to ask to create a computer account. So it has taken my name and it's created an account name as well. You also have an option to put in the password and verify it. So let's do that. If you want, you can also put in the hint, which is optional. Click on continue once you're done. And now it will set up my iCloud for me on this device. This may take up some time depending on your internet connection. After that, it will ask me to enable location services. So I am going to allow it on this Mac, so I can just add it to Find My. And you can also share analytics with Apple if you so wish, and you can also share crash and usage data with app developers. So this by default is going to be unchecked and the Mac analytics with Apple part is going to be checked by default. Let's click on continue. You can also set up the screen time, so you can get a weekly report for downtime, app limits and everything like that. After that, click on continue. And here you can also start using Apple Intelligence. So let me tell you, Apple Intelligence will only work with English US and you have to select the region as United States as well. Once you're done, click on continue. And you can also select to have your hard drive encrypted. So I am actually going to go with it, or if not, you can just also uncheck it. So for example, I do that for now. And then you can select your theme. So I personally like light. You can also go for dark or auto, wherein in the daytime it will turn to a light theme and in the night time it will go to a dark theme. Click on continue after that, and here it says welcome to Mac. So once it's done loading, it's going to give you an option to continue on the bottom. Click on that and it will also ask you to set up the keyboard. So in this case, I'm not using the Apple keyboard. If you so wish, you can use an Apple compatible keyboard as well. For now, I'm not going to go with it, so I'll just click on quit. And for me, the Mac Mini M4 has started up. So let me tell you a few things before we get started. I would suggest that you update your hardware to the highest possible software that is available. So let's go to settings for that. In settings, you will come up in general and now you want to go to software update. Click on software update and here you can see updates are available. I currently have Mac OS Sequoia 15.3 available. So I can have it update tonight, for example, and it is going to give me an agreement to which you will have to agree to be able to download software updates. You will also have to put in your password. After you've done that, click on OK. And here you can see downloading macOS Sequoia 15.3. So let it download in the background. But meanwhile, we'll just scroll down, and here you can see I am actually scrolling up to go down and scrolling down to go up. So that is a bit annoying, a bit counterintuitive for me. So I'll just go to mouse at the bottom, and here you can see tracking speed is fine. If you want, you can also increase it, but I'll turn off natural scrolling. So that makes the mouse easier for me to use, especially if you're coming from a Windows PC or a Windows laptop. Other than that, you can also select a double click speed, a scrolling speed, and everything. If we go to advanced, we can also have pointer acceleration. So if you move the mouse fast, the cursor will move faster, relatively speaking, even if you have the tracking speed slower. To add this device to my Find My, I'll go to Launchpad and I will type in Find My, and here you can see Find My has come up. Let's click, and I am going to allow it to use the location, and here you can see what's new in Find My. Just read that and click on continue. So here you can see Find My has become activated. It will also show you a notification on the top right, which is fine. You can alter them according to your liking. So here you can see in devices, again, it is this Mac Mini that is currently in the area. So that will also show you that. And to add other devices, you can just sign in with your Apple account and go to your Find My and add them. It is relatively easy, and you will be able to track all your devices from there. So here you can see, guys, in Find My, in People, I am currently here, and if I go to devices, my Mac Mini is also here. Interestingly, my MacBook Air is not currently showing up over here, so I'll have to figure that out with my MacBook Air. If I go on my MacBook Air, here you can see that if I go to devices, it will actually show me my Mac Mini. So that is very useful if you're maybe lending out a device, or if you're moving around a lot. So I will also show you how to take a screenshot. So to take a screenshot, you can use Command Shift and 3, and here you can see screenshot over here has been captured. This is the screenshot. If you click on record, it will start recording, or here you can see my cursor has currently turned into a camera, which tells me that it is going to start recording if I click anywhere outside that window being this bar over here. If I go in options, here you can see we have options to save to desktop, documents, mail, messages, QuickTime Player, and any other location you like. You can also set a timer for 5 or 10 seconds, and if you want to use a microphone, you can also select that. So with Mac M4 Mini, you don't get an inbuilt microphone, it seems, but if you are using, let's just say, my MacBook Air or any MacBook for that reason, so you will get an option for microphone over there, and that is how you record a screen. If you want to go out of it, you can just click on that cross or click on escape. But what if I want to get some information or see properties, as any Windows PC user would say? So what is the keyboard shortcut for viewing the properties of this file? I can just press Command plus I, and here you can see get info has popped up, which otherwise it would come up with a right click or with your two fingers if you're using a external touchpad. So here you can see the get info is the same tab as we got with Command plus I. I will also show you how to enable Siri. So if I scroll, here you can see we have Siri on the left side, and now I can turn on Apple Intelligence. So here we have Apple Intelligence and Siri. Turn it on, click on continue, and you can also summarize notifications. I want all of the good AI stuff that has come out, so I'm just going to click on continue. You can also improve Siri and dictation by sharing your audio recordings, which I am okay with. So I'll click on continue with that. And here you can see Siri is turned on. If you want a keyboard shortcut, you can press either the command key twice, or you can have any of these options over here. So you can press left command key, you can press right command key twice each, or you can press either command key twice. Other than that, you also have customization options, so you can really customize whatever you like with the keyboard shortcut. If you press function and S, it is also going to bring up Siri. Language for Siri is also currently English United States. For voice, it is by default downloading American Voice 2. I can go to select and say, so it is going to give me different kinds of voices. I can also have Australian, British, Irish, South African. So really whatever you like. And then once you click on done, it's going to start downloading. To turn on Hey Siri, I can just go to Siri responses and I can turn this voice feedback on and I can click on done. And if I say Hey Siri, well, in this case, it's not going to turn on because the Mac M4 Mini does not have a microphone. So you will have to plug in an external microphone or work your way around it. On the left, I can see a new tab over here which is energy. So you can turn on low power mode if you like. So instead of the battery, you have energy over here. So even through the power supply, you are taking in lesser units of electricity. You also have startup automatically after a power failure, which I think is handy for some people. And also you have prevent automatic sleeping if your display is off. So maybe that's useful for some people who want some programs to run in the background. If you want to change your wallpapers, however, again we'll go to settings, and here you can see we can just scroll down and find wallpaper. I can click on wallpaper and we have a lot of inbuilt wallpapers with Mac OS Sequoia. So I have dynamic wallpaper. I can just click on show all. Let's say I want the Catalina ones, and it's going to download the Catalina wallpapers for me. On the top here you can see there's a circle which will also show the progress of the download. And if I just want to add a particular photo or select a particular album, I can also do that. But there overall are a lot of wallpapers that you can use. You also have static wallpapers or just albums if you so wish. But let's say I use Safari over here. I'm going to show you how to use multiple desktops. So here you can see it has changed the wallpaper. So I really like this. So I have opened up Safari, and if I want to minimize it, I can just use the yellow button. And if I want to maximize it, I can just open it from the dock. Also, I will show you some dock settings in a bit. But if I press on the green button, here you can see everything has disappeared and Safari is the only window that is currently running. So if I want to exit it, I will have to go and hover to the top, and here you can see the green button has finally come up. I can just use that to minimize it and not become a window. So that is how you can have multiple desktops as well. If you have a touchpad, you can just use 3 fingers to open it. Use multiple desktops, you can just swipe around with that as well. But how do you take out all the annoying apps from the dock if you don't want them? So let's say I don't want freeform over here. I can just use right click or 2 finger click, and here go to options, and I can remove it from dock, and I can do this with all the apps over here. If you want to resize it, you can just hover over this line over here. You can just drag it and make it bigger or smaller. To change the dock settings, you can also go to settings, go to desktop and dock, and here you can see we can also have the genie effect, the scale effect while closing and opening the app. So I'll show you that once. So if I just minimize this, here you can see it is the scale effect. If I go to the genie effect, you can see how it is going to open and close. You can also change the position of the dock on the screen. You can also have it, let's just say on the right, left, or the bottom. So anywhere you like, wherever you feel it is productive, wherever you feel it is comfortable, you can have it there. You can also minimize windows into an application icon. So I think that is also useful. So if I minimize this, it is actually going to go to Safari itself rather than taking up more space on the right side of the dock. So some people may prefer it, some people may not. You can also have automatically hide and show dock. So here you can see once I've turned it on, the dock has disappeared. But once I hover at the center of the screen on the bottom, the dock will reappear. I don't really like it, so I just keep it turned off. You can have it whichever way you like. So those are a few things on how to set up a Mac Mini, or any Mac for that matter. You can use it for MacBooks, Mac Minis, or any Mac devices for that matter. So the current version, as you saw, I am using Mac OS Sequoia. So I am on 15.2 currently. So if I just go to about over here, here you can see I am on Mac Mini, 16 GB of RAM. So this particular version is 16256, which I think is the most value for money. Other than that, you also have serial number and everything over there itself. And you can also see the display I am currently connected to. So hopefully you like the video, guys. If you have, do drop a like, share and subscribe.